love me, now you wanna hurt me. Never let me be your man, cause I wasn't worthy. Kissing and dancing, touching, we love making. Give me trust, I'm begging, cause no hearts I'm breaking. Taking consideration, you told me that you had it hard. Lay your head on my pillow, I can hear you.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's your main man, Vigalanty, here at the Stop and Vibe podcast, where you come here to let down your hair. We just chill, we vibe, we talk, and we bring on some of the most awesome guests that you have ever heard or never heard. It might be somebody that might be on your radar. With that being said, I have producer, director, and soon-to-be author Larry Love that is coming to the show. I call him like AK Love Doctor. You know what I'm saying? He got the credentials for it because he's been in the game for a minute, marriage, and so I wanted to bring him on to talk about that and talk about some other things. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready to go? Let's do it. So, producer, director, Larry Love.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Doing good.
You looking good.
Hey, man, trying to catch up to you, man.
Well, I mean, I got your post on my wall. the one like that, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You need me to sign it, let me know.
Absolutely. But people ain't gonna believe that there. But yeah, man. What's been going on? I know you dropped mixtape.
Yeah.
Which your boy happened to star in.
You gotta check him out.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta check him out. You gotta check it out. A lot of work was put in that. So definitely congrats on that again.
Thanks, man.
What else has been new? You told me about you writing this book called. I want you to get away the details. See, I got the details as this before this book was even written. So I want you to get the details, but I just want you to drop the title of it.
Married Men Get Lonely Too. When I was a little boy, just to give you a little small synopsis of where it came from. When I was a little boy, there was a guy that wrote this song called Married Men Get Lonely Too.
Okay.
And it didn't make no sense to me because it sounded like an oxymoron.
Right.
How does a married man who's with a woman, but he's lonely? It doesn't make sense.
No, yeah, it's like an oxymoron.
Until I got married. Then I understood what the singer was saying. Married men get lonely too. And I've been around a lot of married men and their experiences that they share with me. And there's a lot of lonely married men that are out there. And they share their experiences with me. And I try to give them some advice. And as they give me advice. So I'm just led to write this book called Married Men Get Lonely Too.
Not playing the other gender from the other side. Females might be like, well, females get lonely too.
Oh, yeah.
Get lonely too.
Yeah.
But is it something that you think is going to be something?
It is a book for both. It's a book for men and women, both genders. It's a book that is really talking about men so that women can understand men from the male perspective.
Right.
Because they already know their perspective because they feel it.
Right.
But they may not see it from a male perspective. So I'm just going to give it to them hard and raw and in this book on Married Men Get Lonely.
No point intended.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No point intended.
Yeah, no point intended. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to be good for people that want to get married, people that are married, and people that have been married or divorced, and maybe where they went wrong in those directions as well.
Okay, how do you think the dating climate has changed from when you were dating and now? But I got a very good question.
That's a very good question.
How has it changed? And the second part of that question, how would you do in this climate of dating now today?
Oh man, well you're talking to a man that's 52 years old now, and back then it was totally different.
Right.
There was no social media. The people that you intertwined with were in your community. They went to your school. They went to your church. They went to your job. They were around your neighborhood.
Right.
Those were only women that you would commune with.
Right.
So that's different than now. The playing field has now broadened. It's expanded.
Right.
So you can holler at a young lady all the way in Brazil or Spain, we're here in Florida, but you can talk to somebody in California and hook up with them and everything. So social media, the pictures that we had back in the day was just Jet magazine.
That's it.
Or Ebony magazine if you want to see a beautiful woman.
If you want to see the beauty of the week on Jet magazine.
Exactly. But now, as we know, You can look at beautiful women just on your phone, and you can look at a plethora of beautiful women. So you can have access and handsome men. So you have that access on both levels to intertwine and meet people, which might be a good thing and might be a bad thing.
Do you think on the bad part that it's just like, is it too much for us to take in, and it's just like we don't? It's almost like being in the candy store.
Right. Yeah. We're definitely in a candy store, but we don't know that if that candy is good for us. So we don't know them. We just know about what we see visually.
Just because it's sweet, baby, that don't mean it's for you now.
Exactly.
I'm just putting it out there. You know, I'm just putting it out there. So how do you think you would do in this climate of dating?
With the knowledge that I have now, or back then, you know, it's different. It's different. You know,
I'm just trying to figure out why the hell you took that deep breath, like
yeah.
Like,
well, it's two different people. You know, who I was as a teen is not who I am at 50. Who I was in 20 is not who I'm 50. Who I was 30 is not the same person at 40. So you're totally a different person as time progresses. With the knowledge that I have now, I think I would do pretty good. I would take some L's though in the beginning. I would take some L's.
Explain.
Elaborate you have to be realistic. If you know, I've been with my wife for 28 years. So if I went back into the dating game now, the way that women react, the way that we would say things, the music that I like, you know, it's different. And then am I meeting an older woman or am I meeting a younger woman? You see what I'm saying?
Back in that day, where younger women have always dated young older men, but back in your day, which is not that far back then, was it still that type of dating scene where a younger man dated an older woman? I remember an old movie that came out, which I never saw. It was called The Graduate.
Yes,
remember that?
Yes,
The Graduate.
Yes,
he was dating an older woman and stuff.
Right.
But how was that climate the same back then?
Yeah, the climate is still the same, but is the man the same or is the woman the same? I think they're different now.
I think the older women back then were more seductive. They just know how to say, "You want some milk and cookies, baby?"
Yeah.
You sure look tired cutting that, y'all.
Well, that's the difference. You're not. I mean, some are gonna give you that, and some are not. And then what a woman wants now is different than what a woman wanted back then. So it's a little different now, you know. And they're more direct, where maybe back then they were more subtle in what their presentation. So you just have to understand who you're dealing with. When it deals with seduction, the seduction might be different now. How you wanted to seduce a woman, or how you wanted to talk with a woman, or get an understanding from a woman might be a little different now than, because of how the world is kind of shaped now and what it's asking women and it's asking men. So the conversations might be different now.
My thing is that I think you had more of less women. You think less women seduced back then, and now we have women, and I think we've always had men that want to seduce women. Portray to me, to seduce somebody is almost to portray something that they want. In a way, to portray something they want or they never had, and to make it seem like it's this perfect thing, and it's not. You know what I mean? And I think you have that even more so with women right now. A woman could act like she's really into the dude, and she does not care, give a damn about whether he come or go. You know what I mean? Men, a lot of new seduction from men is like just having a lot of money.
Well, seduction is all about opening the doors. And back then, to open doors was different than the way that the doors get opened now.
Right.
So when you're talking about seduction, when we're talking about seduction, it is about back then. It might have been playing some slow jams or some nice music to bring forth seduction. The different types of music, you might throw that on now, and it doesn't even work.
Right.
With that young lady, you see what I'm saying? So seductions might be a little different on the presentation of what you're going to give. So the communication might be a little different now on me trying to, go around what I'm asking for, and where now they're more direct. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you take it too long. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? The conversation. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing. Like when an older man might be calling her a queen, she don't want to hear that no more. He's calling me a queen. He's calling me a princess. I don't want to hear that. I can hear that from 1,000 men.
But don't you agree that most women, some women consider, not most women, I'm just saying some women consider that, who think that, they might think somebody who's nice is soft. Now the good guy is soft.
Exactly. So because of that, you have to change your tactics. You have to change the way that you present yourself. You have to, because if I want to be nice, but you're not going to receive nice, but I'm a nice person. But you want nice, but you don't want nice. True. So where is that happy medium? And now I have to search for that and find out what you respond to.
I think, but could it be also on the new level of what man is now? I think we had more like, back then a woman, she might follow a man because he was ambitious and he had a dream, but he was actually going after it. You feel what I'm saying? And she should be willing to, bet the house on him and stuff like that. Now we have less of that. You know what I mean? Now it's like almost like men are just worried about getting more money, and I can have any woman, but not the woman. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it's almost like you're going through a deck of hands in a lifetime and not finding that one. Are men picking the wrong women, I used to say, and are women doing the same thing, picking the wrong men?
That's a very good question. Are we picking the wrong people? Yes, we are, because we don't have the examples that were before us, that are presented before us,
right? That
give us that model of that woman that in the household, or that man in the household. We don't have him. He's not there.
Right.
So where does she get the image if she doesn't have that father at home? Where is that image that she can say, I want a man like him? But now check this out, Jay. A lot of times she doesn't want her father. So this is the balance that will throw us off. I'm not gonna be the thug. I don't want my daughter to get a thug. I don't want to be crazy because I don't want my daughter to get crazy. But then you'll find out sometimes in these relationships that she wants opposite of what her father is. So if I'm a thug in the home, if I'm crazy at home, then she'll get something opposite of that.
So basically, what he's saying, fathers, y'all need to you need to just go crazy.
I'm saying that because I'm just using an example. No. I'm just using an example that you have to look at.
But it's
know what I'm saying?
But is it still the same thing for a man in that way? Do men still want women like their mother?
That's a very good question.
Because I think a man always wants a woman to cater to them and be like, oh, like men need confirmation. Yeah. And it's like some women don't want to give men confirmation. And I say on both sides, you know what I'm saying? If your lady do something good for you, like acknowledge that, acknowledge her presence, acknowledge who she is. I think men should be doing this. I mean, women should be doing the same exact thing. Acknowledging that and saying like, oh damn, look what my baby did for me. Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So, but I think men, they tend to lean. If they had like a good upbringing by their mother who nurtured them, they tend to lean to those type of women.
Yes, yeah. Yes. I believe that, and that's one of the problems that we have. Men view women differently than women view men, and we're thinking that we need to be viewing it the same, but it's not going to be the same. So as we relate, we want that more like my mother. We want how she probably was respectful in the home or respectful in the community or whatever like that. I want that example for my wife.
Right.
So you look for those examples. Exactly. When you find that woman, man, I want a woman like that. If it wasn't even in the home, I see a woman like that in the streets that's, at my job or in the community that's like that, an upright lady. And I want that woman, to be my wife. That's how I think now. I don't know how it is out there now.
Yeah.
But that's how we were brought up. You know, we saw one and we grew. Now, see, the difference is we saw one and we told the rest of the fellas, don't mess with her. That's mine. We claimed her, and our friends respected that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's Jay's woman.
Right.
We left that alone. You see what I'm saying? That's Larry's woman. Oh, that's his woman.
The dog got his eye on that.
Right, he got his eye on that one. Okay, so that's how we grew up. So so that's what it comes to. Well, I don't. What's taking him so long? Back in the day, it didn't take us long.
Right.
We found one. We saw how she presented herself, and we saw that. And then when we got with her, we saw that she still maintained that.
Right.
And we got with her and married her. So when this kind of confusion now of he don't know, she don't know, what you don't know?
Is it actors? Is it actors? I always say like in the first. Listen, I always say in the first 6 months to a year.
And then that's it.
Somebody's putting up some type of front.
Yeah,
that your
it's
ass
gonna
ain't
come
be able
down.
to keep up with
It's
too
gonna
long
come down.
because the real you happens. It's just like, you know, if you're a person that you always hustling, and you might keep a dirty car, and you got cans everywhere, whatever like that. You know what I mean? If you going on a date with a girl, you know damn well you gonna clean out your car. Your car gonna be smelling good and fresh and all this other stuff. But as soon as she gets settled, damn, your car dirty.
Yeah.
I've been that way.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
who
I
I
mean?
am. That's who I am.
Yeah.
And being with that person long enough will expose really who they are. So you shouldn't rush into anything as far as in terms with relationship. That's even with friendships or business relationships, whatever. You let that time progress. Have you ever seen them mad? Have you ever seen them dealing with issues that you don't agree with? Or we you know, and that's going to be one of the things that
do they get mad? Do they get mad quickly?
Yes.
Do you need space?
Yeah, exactly.
If you're mad at me, do you need me to step away?
Right.
Time to think. So in a lot of regards, I think when people are interviewing during the dating scene, they're not really answering the right questions, and maybe not looking for the right traits. It's not like, ooh, I like you. Hey, how you doing? You feel what I'm saying? And it's that attraction versus attraction that you're just mostly focused on.
Yes. Yeah. You're focused on the attraction of what, but you're not seeing the warning signs.
Right.
You're not seeing the warning signs. And you don't want to hear the warnings. You don't want to see it or hear the warnings. You want to, when somebody's saying, hey, your man, he got a short temper or she's not good for you. I don't want to hear that from you. So matter of fact, I'm going to pull away from you so I can be with this person because I don't want to hear the truth. They see it.
Yeah.
But they don't want to receive it because they don't want to lose that person because they don't have faith in God that God will give them someone that is right for them. But I'm going to hold on to this one right now, and so that I don't lose that. But then you run into your greatest nightmare.
You heard that, people? You run into your greatest nightmare. Yo, Larry, as we coming down to the last, any last remarks that you want to hold and tell people where to find you at?
You can find me on Instagram, producer Larry Love, if you want to reach out. Also, if you want to send an email, it's at CEO@starblazeproductions.com. And we're going to be doing some big things. Me and Jay got a lot of things going on, and you're just going to be amazed on what we got planned for you guys.
You heard the man. Until next time, yo, appreciate y'all for stopping, and I hope the stop was worth the vibe. Until next time, I am Jay Vigalanty, your future favorite rapper, here from the Stop and Vibe. Be good because you're good at it. Take on the world because you can. And peace and love, and God bless you. I'll let you later.